Today we are going to answer a big question. Since Yeshua is now risen, glorified, and seated at the right hand of the Father, does he still not know the day of his return? It is a question that many wonder about, but Scripture gives us a clear and beautiful answer. When Yeshua walked the earth, he operated fully as a man, without setting aside his divinity, but choosing to lay down his divine privileges. In Philippians chapter 2, verses 6 to 8, Paul says, "Though he was in the form of God, he did not count equality with God a thing to be grasped, but emptied himself, by taking the form of a servant, being born in the likeness of men. And being found in human form, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even death on a cross. He emptied himself, did not cling to the full exercise of his divine knowledge. He chose to live in full submission, full obedience, full humanity, trusting the Father completely. That is why, in his earthly ministry, he could truthfully say, 'Only the Father knows the day and the hour.' It was not about limitation in his eternal nature. It was about humility in his earthly mission. But after his resurrection, everything changed. He rose, victorious over death. He ascended, crowned with glory. And he reclaimed all the authority that had always belonged to him. In Matthew chapter 28, verse 18, Yeshua says, "All authority in heaven and on earth has been given to me." Not partial authority, not some authority, all authority. In Revelation chapter 19, verse 12, John describes the risen king. His eyes were like a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. He has a name written that no one knows but himself. This is not a servant awaiting instructions. This is the exalted Son of God, the bridegroom who has finished preparing the place, and who stands ready to receive the signal from the Father to go and gather his bride. Yeshua is no longer veiled in limitation. He is glorified. He knows the day. He knows the hour. And he waits in perfect readiness, not in confusion, but in certainty for the moment the Father says, "Go, bring home your bride." So today, we have seen that only the Father knows was true during Yeshua's earthly mission, but not now. Now, he reigns in full knowledge, full authority, full majesty. And that makes his return not a vague hope, but a living certainty. Next time, we will step even further back. We will look at the bigger prophetic timeline and uncover how a day being like 1,000 years is not just poetic imagery, but part of a breathtaking design woven into creation itself. Get ready, because the pattern is stunning.